I expect LeBron to look great next season. I really do. Obviously, he's a competitor. And the last time he was challenged like this, he's caught more heat than he has since 2011.
Yep.
When they lost to Dallas in Miami. He comes back that offseason, or after that offseason, career-high field goal percentage, career-high three-point percentage, MVP, first championship. He has had his leadership, his commitment questioned, so I think he's coming back big. I love that when he's doing Space Jam, he's going to have, having a court reportedly built on the Space Jam set. Reminds you, of course, of Michael Jordan.
And the historical great stories of the pickup games that took place.
And hopefully LeBron does that. We'll see if he does that. But the big thing, Jordan was at a similar crossroads. He had come back, played 17 games after baseball.
Yep.
People, he's not the same. You know, he was
Nick
the greatest.
Anderson ripped him, they lose the game.
This one doesn't fly like the old one. And he comes back and obviously starts another three-peat after working hard that summer. I want LeBron to do that, but here's the thing. Jordan added the fadeaway jumper. He already had a really good post game. It became a phenomenal post game, and he had the fadeaway jumper. I would like LeBron to really, really hone in on two things. Obviously, the free throws. We'll see if he can improve that. But the post game. And I don't want him exclusively in the post. I'm not saying that.
No.
But he should be destroying people.
It's
in the
unguardable.
post. Yes. Nobody can stop him one-on-one. And if you double him, he can pick you apart with the passing.
And so you and because I disagree with the idea that LeBron needs to or should next year reinvent his game, go off the ball more.
No, he wouldn't be reinventing his game. He would be adding something that he looked at earlier. In Miami.
Right. And he won 2 championships.
100% agree. I agree with the post part.
Because I wouldn't agree with reinventing.
The idea of becoming more of a stereotypical small forward, go off the ball more, those types of things. Because the problem in Cleveland, every single year was in Cleveland. Even last year when they were a disaster, they had a top 5 offense. The problem in Cleveland was they only had a defense in the top 20 once, and not coincidentally, that was the year they won the championship. So I think the way they ran that team offensively in Cleveland works, but the part he went away from in Cleveland that he has only done consistently those championship years in Miami is the postgame. And it was because of the mortification he went through in the Dallas series, where they could guard him with J.J. Barea or Jason Kidd because he did not have a postgame. Everyone's like, oh, why don't you back him down? Well, in the NBA, even if you have a size advantage, there's a level of footwork that you need to have down that he didn't. But what we have seen is if you put him, it doesn't even have to be in the low post, on the free throw line elbow, on the elbow, with his back to the basket, he can see over you, and he will find an open man if you double, and if you don't, he will spin and go to the bucket. That part, I 100% agree with.
There's a couple reasons why he should make adjustments. For one is he's getting older.
Right.
He's not going to be able to be ball dominant and that be the best served for the team that he's with. Like, we're talking about LeBron, but we're also talking about he's got to fit into a team compared to having the LeBron system around him. What if he doesn't get AD? What if he only can get a smaller guy? Then it's in his best interest and the team's best interest. That's why what you're saying as far as adding a post game at this point in his career, it's going to help him age better. So, I mean, it's what's best for his career, and he might not get Anthony Davis. If he doesn't get Anthony Davis, he's going to have to be off the ball more. So I just believe it suits him well. I like the comparisons with Jordan being at that crossroad, even though they're different years in the league and that challenge. LeBron, if they had won a championship this year, he would have created some challenges in his head. That's what the greats do. So for me, these outwardly challenges, like I was expecting that. And he knows some of it's true also.
I like the word uncomfortable that he used because he doesn't want to play in the post. He's told me himself before he likes being on the handling the ball. But get uncomfortable. That's what Magic, Bird, Jordan, they added to their games over off seasons.
Kobe.
Yes, Kobe developed a great post game. So I think LeBron needs to do that.
We keep talking about what he might do this offseason, how can he improve his game, but we already know the part of a game that hasn't been great the last couple of years, that he hasn't either taken the time to improve on the free throw shooting or hasn't wanted to or just can't do it. Why do we assume he's going to change something else when that's the one part of the game that's still there that he's going to have to rely on more and more throughout the years?
I think for some people there's a fundamental misunderstanding of how free throw shooting works. And by that I mean it is for some guys, it is not about how many free throws you shoot. Right. DeAndre Jordan, when he was mired in the low 40s, shot, according to his teammates and coaches, more free throws at practice than anybody. And it wasn't until a few years ago that someone came and got him to change his shot mechanics to one that fit him and worked for him, for a guy who's 7'1", giant hands, all the things working against him, that he actually saw improvement. It wasn't a lack of effort. It was a lack of, he was wasted energy almost.
So there's no one that can teach him how to do it right?
Well, as of now, whoever's been working with him, it's working in the wrong direction. His free throw shooting has gotten worse. I don't think it's like lock yourself on a gym and shoot 1,000 a day.
Okay.
It's more than that. If it were that, we wouldn't have bad free throw shooters in the NBA because guys practice, guys work hard, and for LeBron, it's just odd that after being in the mid-70s, now all of a sudden he's in the mid-60s.
I think his foul shooting issues it's like paralysis by analysis.
Yes.
We know he's a thinker, he's a very smart player and person. And I think he's up there, it's mental.
Yes.
Because his form changes not just from year to year, sometimes from game to game. Quarter to quarter, free throw to free throw. And that rock, I think you see him this year, he's kind of going back. I think that's trying to make it feel like a jumper. Like you come back, just get in a rhythm. And a lot of times, some of the biggest shots LeBron's hit are when you don't think, you just catch it and you got to put it up.
Go.
And that's what I think he's trying to create.
The biggest weakness of LeBron's game has always been when he is overthinking.
Right. And
the free throw line, you have nothing but time to think. This is the game winner in the playoffs last year. Both of them were last-second situation. Of course, their last second was game winner. But my point is, it wasn't like half-court dribble.
Right.
You got to go. When he plays off instinct is one thing. When you overthink a situation, it slows down the process, and it's worked against him.
There's two areas he can improve in drastically, and that would be if he adds a post game, consistent post game to him, and if he became an improved free throw shooter. Now, for a player that is already an iconic player to be able to say, I know I can get better at the end, I believe he will be in hot pursuit trying to get those things done. He'll have another routine when we start the 2019 basketball season, and I hope it works for him. But LeBron, he will make some adjustments. But I just believe being off the ball will suit him, and his overall endurance and ability to be able to play longer, I believe it'll only help him.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.